Starting. There we go. Yo, what's going on YouTube? This is Zach, and today we are talking about your personal value and making money in IT, and what those two things have in common, or maybe don't have in common, or really what you need to know about those two things, because they're very important. Very, very important. When you're working in IT, you want to make tons and tons of money, but your personal value also might suffer, or maybe it won't suffer. So today we're going to talk a little bit about that, because I think it's really important. So stay tuned.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0, ignition, liftoff.
What's going on? So today, personal value. So how much you guys value yourself, right? And we've talked about making money before, right? And I've said like many times, you know, don't work in IT if like all you care about is making money. But like, you know, you guys don't really care about that. All you care about is making money, which is great. Fine, make as much money as you want. Whatever, that's fine. But at some point, you're gonna get burnt out on the fact that that's all you care about is making money, making money. All you're gonna be doing is working, right? And that's cool, I guess, if that's all you want to do. You don't want to have a life outside of work. You're gonna think like, oh man, I'm just gonna make tons of money, and then I'm gonna like spend all this money on cool stuff and do all these cool things, and it's gonna be great. And maybe you want a family and all that stuff. But if you want to make a lot of money, you typically have to work hard. You have to work a lot. Sometimes you get really lucky. You don't have to do all those things. But at some point, your personal value also comes into play. And what I mean by your personal value is, you know, when you want to have a family and you want to do those fun things, and you know, you want to spend your money on stuff that, you know, that lets you have fun, right? That you want to spend your money on things like hobbies and things like that. You're gonna have to sometimes take into consideration, like, all right, well, maybe I can't work all the time, and maybe I can't worry all the time about making as much money as I possibly can. And again, don't get me wrong, you guys can totally get lucky and make, you know, 6 figures and like work 40 hours a week, right? That happens. It doesn't happen to everybody though. And there's like a total misconception with IT that like everybody's gonna like graduate from college. What's up, Duan? Get money, that's right. But everybody's gonna graduate from college, or they're gonna get certifications, and you're gonna make 6 figures like right away. Within 5 years, you're gonna like make 6 figures working in IT. That's not the real world. It's like not the real world at all. It just like does not happen to everybody. It does happen to people, and it's great. Congratulations to those people that it does happen to. I'm so happy for you that you're making a crap ton of money. That's fantastic for you. But to those people that it doesn't happen to, and to the people that it's not going to happen to, your personal value, you know, you're just going to have to understand or realize, you know, you might make $60,000 a year, and you're going to have a family, and you're going to work 40 hours a week, and you're going to be happy with that. And kind of bring this up mainly because I was listening to a video the other day, yesterday or the day before, from Gary Vaynerchuk. I don't know if you guys know who that is or ever heard of him. I will pull him up, because this dude, oh my god. All right, you guys don't know who this guy is. First of all, he has the most filthy mouth, which I absolutely love, and he's like total like motivation, right? Like that. This is what this guy does. He just like totally motivates you. But I also too have a totally filthy mouth, which is like, it's just really funny that like this guy's like just dropping F-bombs left and right. I'm kind of going off path right now. I apologize. But this guy is totally awesome, and he just like real world talks you like nobody's business. Like he will just real world talk you, like you've never heard before, and he's dropping F-bombs left and right. It's fantastic, love it. But that's not. I mean, that's not why I like him, just because he drops F-bombs. But he's just talking to you like a normal person, and he's like in the middle of these conferences, and he's just like dropping F-bombs. It's awesome. But anyway, real world talks to you, and he's saying how like he has these friends. And keep in mind that Gary here, I'm gonna link his YouTube real quick here. This is his YouTube, and if you don't know who he is, like he's a millionaire, like this super popular guy, millionaire, yada yada yada. He's not just like a YouTuber. This guy is a huge businessman, right? But anyway, he was talking in one of his videos the other day about how he has friends, high school friends that he still keeps in contact with that, you know, they make $50,000 a year, and they have a family, and they coach their kids like soccer teams and stuff like that, and they're happy, and they're happy with their lives, and they're not out seeking anything more, right? And Gary was like, I'm jealous of that, you know. He's like, I wish I could be happy with, you know, $60,000 a year and, you know, coach my kid's soccer team and be happy. But it's like, it's not that he's not happy making millions of dollars a year, but he's always out trying to, you know, make himself fail, essentially, because he's always trying to better himself, which is great. It's awesome. It's a great way to look at life, that you're always trying to better yourself. And that's essentially what I'm trying to do, and that's what everybody should try to do, is always try to better yourself. But you always have to take into consideration, you know, at what point does your personal value come into play? When is like enough for you? Like, when are you going to be happy? You know, like, is making 6 figures a year really going to make you happy? Or like, is making like $60,000 a year going to make you happy? Can you get by with $60,000 a year, $50,000 a year, $40,000 a year, have a family, do great things? A lot of people can, and a lot of people do. Making that grind towards $100,000 plus a year, that can ruin people's lives. It does ruin people's lives, and you'd be surprised. You may think it doesn't, and if there's a lot of young people watching right now, or watching this recording, and you guys are, you know, in college or going into college or coming out, whatever your status might be, making that grind towards $100,000 a year, or making $100,000 plus a year, whatever it may be, it has the potential to ruin lives, because that's a lot of money. Like, any way you look at it, in any status, right? In any status of life, making that much money is just a crap ton of money. Like, you have to think about it. Like, there's some, you know, families in the real world right now that there's a husband and wife that don't even make that much money combined, right? And they get by just fine, and they're happy as can be. They have kids, and they do great things, and they're fine, they're happy, blah, 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 right? One person making that much money can definitely lead to bad things. You're like, oh man, I got so much money, I'm just going to blow it out on everything, right? And like, that's not a great way to live your life either. And you may think like, oh yeah, that's cool, like whatever, I'm just going to freaking spend money. Blow it. Cars, you know, jet skis, drugs, that happens. This is an absolutely 100% true story. Not going to fabricate it at all. I had a friend. I still occasionally talk to him, not very often. Grew up with him a little bit. You know, probably started hanging out when we were like 18 or something. So for a very long time, he was making $150,000 a year up until about, I don't know, 2 or 3 years ago. 2 years ago, I think now. Making $150,000 a year. he wasn't working in IT, mind you. He was doing like in the service industry. It's like rehabbing home type of things, like when they get damaged and stuff like that. $150,000 a year. That's how much he was making. He was living in downtown Chicago, making $150,000 a year, just killing it, crushing it. He was doing great, but he got into drugs. I mean, it destroyed him. He got arrested. Everything was taken away from him. I mean, literally, everything taken away from him because of drugs. Yeah, I mean, $150,000 a year down the drain because of drugs. And that's not necessarily going to happen to everybody, but when you have that kind of money, there's different status that comes with that, and there's different people that come with that. So there's, again, a personal value comes into play when you're making that much money. You know, it's true what they say about people with less money and people with more money. You know, you get yourself into different tiers of people that you end up hanging out with, you know, and it's like sad but true in a way. It's not always the case, but it's majoritively that's the case. You make I'm not gonna swear, sorry. You make a crap ton of money, and you end up hanging out with a lot of people who make a crap ton of money also. And when you start hanging out with a lot of people who make a crap ton of money, you start doing things that people with a crap ton of money do. And sometimes there's bad things that people with a crap ton of money do. So anyway, this guy, yeah, destroyed his life, essentially. I think he's doing okay now, as far as I know. I haven't talked to him in probably like 6 months or something, so I really don't know how he's doing. I would assume that he's doing okay, but I don't know. I don't know. But yeah, personal value, IT, making money, all that fun stuff. At some point, you guys have to just kind of be okay with whatever you're going to make, you know. And if you want to hustle, that's great. That's absolutely great. Stay grounded, stay true to yourself. That's a huge one, because if you can't stay true to who you are, you're never going to get far in life. Anyway, you know, if you can't stay true to who you are and hustle at the same time, you know, and that's one thing that comes later on in life. So if you guys are young and you're watching this, yeah, that's something that you learn as you get older. I'm not saying like 25 and all that, like even older than 25, like your brain develops even further after 25 for whatever reason. Like you just mature more. And that's like even more so with like dudes, with guys, you know, guys are dumb. So, anyway, yeah, I kind of wanted to talk about that a little bit because, you know, everybody's always asking like, how do I make as much money as possible working in IT? And I don't necessarily think that's like the best thing. You know, you guys can totally live a great life not making the most money that you possibly can. But if you want to make the most money you possibly can, just be aware. There's lots of things that can happen with making lots of money. It's not always great. The grass isn't always greener on the other side. There's lots of green on the other side because you're making lots of green. See what I did there? Right. But there's just lots of stuff, man. Life is a journey, as Mario just said. I'm kind of paying attention to the chat a little bit, but yeah, life is a total journey, and it gets crazy sometimes. I mean, it gets absolutely insane. Take it from me. I'm going to be 34 this year, and I've got 3 kids. I have a 7-month-old kid now. I just quit my job. You know, up until last week, I was working full-time for a hospital doing IT. And now here I am, stay-at-home dad, doing this stuff, doing the YouTube, doing photography. It's crazy. It's absolutely crazy. I mean, I never thought I'd be down this journey. at all. I mean, life has been just a total, I don't even know. It's crazy. So I can give you a little story about me so that, you know, you guys understand where I'm at. You know, I talk about, you know, don't work in IT for the money, and don't do this for money, and blah, 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 blah for money, right? Unless you know what you're doing and things like that. But for me, like, I love making money. I do. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'm not going to sugarcoat it at all. Like, I love to make money. Like, money is great. And that's why I do a lot of stuff on the side. You know, when I was working full-time at the hospital, I did YouTube, and I did photography, and I helped people with their computers on the side. And, you know, I have my photo booth that I do on the side. Anything that I could do to make money on the side, I would do, because I love to have money. And, like, I love to have nice things for myself, for my kids, and I love to go do stuff for myself and for my kids. And that's important to me, because I want my kids to experience things that, you know, I necessarily may never have, you know? But that's my mindset now. I think about my kids. I think about my kids more so than myself. And if I'm buying something for myself, I never buy anything for myself anymore, because it's something that I want to play with, that I think, you know, it's going to be fun, like a toy, right? Anything that I've bought for myself in the last, like, 4 years, it's because it's for business. And it just so happens that it's technology related. So it could be a toy, right? You know, like a new camera, a new computer, a new MacBook. Have it sitting over here. You know, it's all for business. It's not because I want it because it's cool, or I want it because it's a new toy. I want it because I need it for a business purpose. It just so happens that it's new, and it's great, and it's fantastic. But I work my ass off so that I could buy this stuff. You know, and when my kids are like, oh, Daddy, I want, you know, this stupid new toy that you want, that you really don't need because you have way too many toys to begin with, I'm like, sure, I'll buy that for you because I know it'll make you happy. You know, and I want a smile on their face. That, like, fulfills my life. As long as I can always do that, that will make me happy. You know, as long as I am making them happy, that makes me happy. And it's much the same reason why I'm doing this right now, this YouTube channel. As long as I can help you guys and make you guys happy, I'm happy. Because this is why I do it. It's the whole reason why I do this YouTube channel. If I help you guys, I'm happy. And I get lots of great and amazing comments on just tons of videos. I mean, I have over like 400 videos now, which is absolutely insane. I never thought I'd have that many videos on this YouTube channel ever in a million years when I first started it. But, you know, I get lots of great comments like, you know, thank you so much, you've helped me so much, or you're amazing, and, you know, all this stuff. I can't even think of like all of them off the top of my head, but like that's the reason why I do this. You know, just a thank you. You know, any type of gratitude is just like, I did something, I helped somebody. That's amazing. That's fantastic. You know, so sometimes, again, your value, your personal value is sometimes worth more than a monetary value also. And that could be said in a lot of things in life. Your personal value, you know, I love helping people. That's always going to be worth more than money. Helping people, making people happy, that's always going to be worth more than money to me. I can never put a monetary value necessarily on helping people, although I have and I will, because now helping people is kind of how I have to make money, unfortunately, but fortunately. But I still strive to help people, and I still want to help people. And even though I'll make money from helping people, I'm still going to help people for free no matter what, because this is why I'm here. You know, it's just, this is all part of the whole journey of life. Helping people, helping people, helping people. And part of IT, the biggest part of IT, helping people, you know. So you might not make hundreds of $1,000s a year, but you're helping people. And if you love helping people, IT is a great career for you. And you'll get a lot of gratitude from that. Personal gratitude. Because working in IT, completely thankless career. You will get like no thank yous from your end users ever. Like maybe once in a while you'll get a thank you. Those are like few and far between. It's really funny how that works. But I think I'm done ranting, raving on that. I need to turn the light off because it's super bright. Let's see if that helps. This monitor is really bright. Anyway, so that's personal value and IT, and I hope that makes sense. There's just kind of this little thing that I thought about this morning. Somebody commented on something, and I wish I would have saved it. I saw it earlier this morning, but yeah, that's it. Now I will let's look through comments. Let's do that. Let's go to this one. I don't want to have, let's see. Open. I'm going to go to the comments. I'm going to start from the top and I'll try to work my way down. So I didn't answer any of your questions during this. I'm very sorry. I'm totally contradicting myself right now, I feel like, but these are both really great companies. Really great companies, both of these. IT Pro TV and Skillsoft. I did not plan this at all. I wanted coffee and I threw on a hoodie. It just worked out great. I'm gonna have that open. All right, let's go to this right here. Sweet. So I left this Reddit page open. This is Reddit /r sysadmin. It's a great page. Lots of info there if you guys are looking to be a sysadmin or you guys just want to learn stuff about system administration or looking for answers on anything. It's a great page. So I'm just going to leave that open for right now because there's other stuff I was going to show you guys, but I don't want that up yet. So anyway, I'm going to kind of go through the comments here. So let's see. Bromark Farm said I wanted to subscribe to the site because I'm learning about my computer. I don't really talk too much about learning about your computers, but I mean, I could. What's going on, William? How are you doing today? Duan, this comment right here is so absolutely true, but I'm hoping by me having that conversation that in the middle of their journey or in the middle of like part of like a realization, they might fall back and like remember me talking about this, and then they might take a new spin on their life. So we'll see. 30 to 50K a year is honestly fine. Money ain't everything, that's for sure. Good morning, Fio. And good morning, Mario 2. Good morning, Mysterious. What's going on, Joe? How are you doing, buddy? How much money do I think is good per year? William, that's like a question that I can't answer. Like honestly, truthfully, can't answer that because how much money is good per year for me might not be something that's good for somebody else. You know, just like if you were to say like how much money would be good for a year for like you, wouldn't be like, might not be good enough for me. You know, it all varies. So it all depends, you know. I don't know. I really can't answer that. you know? I really can't. I wish I could. I could tell you how much money that I would love to make every year. And one day I hope to make that much money every year. We'll see. Live the way you want, so you only have one life, and drugs are bad, but at the very end, it's not ever gonna matter. Yeah, that's true. You do you. Yeah, Habib, that's terrible, and that happens a lot. You know, it's terrible, it's sad, it sucks, and it happens. Drugs are terrible. For someone who's new to the IT world, would it be a far reach for start studying for the CCNA cert? Not at all. And I think Duan answered that down here. CCNA is fine to study at any point. Where have it in Connecticut? Not sure what that means. Yes, I am so old, I know. Where has IT course in Connecticut? I has math degree. I don't know anything about Connecticut. Never been there in my life. What if you don't like helping people? If you don't like helping people, you might be SOL. Even working from home, you gotta help people. Get yourself a 16-hour job and you're golden. That's just me. I grew up being poor, so I'm just happy with what I have. Yep. There's lots of people like that. Lots of people happy with whatever they got, and those are some of the best, most genuine people ever. People who grew up with nothing, who are happy with what they have. Those people are very genuine, love life, and when they people who grew up with nothing and they work for what they have are so genuine and so happy and so I don't know what the word is I'm looking for, but I have it right in my head. But I know a few people like this who literally they did grow up pretty much poor, you know, and now, you know, they're making great money, they have great jobs, and it's just unbelievable what they've done with their lives because they didn't want to have the lives that they grew up with, you know. And you would never know that they grew up the way that they did. They never act like they grew up the way that they did, but yet at the same time, they are so genuine and true and nice and would help you with anything, take the shirt off their back for you, right? But they never act like now they have money, that they're cool and they're great and they're the best thing ever. Is networking a good field in IT? You're a sophomore in trade high school. My trade is IT. I want to work in networking. Yeah, networking is a great field. If that's what you want to go, I suggest looking more into it. But networking absolutely is great. But you know, broaden your scope. Look into everything. Make sure that is what you like. You know, look into security. Networking and security are great paths, especially right now. Cloud programming, those are great terminologies to throw out there to look into. But don't you know, you're young right now, you're a sophomore, so you're what, 15 or 16. You know, don't throw all your eggs in one basket right now, because whatever sounds fantastic and wonderful at 15 or 16 years old, when you're 20, might not be the same. So just get familiar with other technologies and different systems and things that are out there. You know, I'm not trying to steer you away from networking, because if networking sounds great and wonderful to you, by all means pursue it. But at the same time, you know, while you are pursuing that, just look at and be aware of other areas of IT. And yeah, networking is going to be changing a lot, especially with I think cloud stuff happening and all that great stupid stuff. I hate the freaking cloud. Anyway, that's another story. We won't get into that right now. Dwan, if you go over to Dwan Lightfoot's channel, which I highly suggest if you like networking, he has a great channel that he really talks a lot about networking. But I noticed he's talking about a lot of other stuff now, which is fantastic, because he is a brilliant guy, very genuine person also, much like myself. Very skilled person, very genuine. I like Dwan a lot. Mysterious. You really appreciate channels like this who gives real, very informative real life advice, life from experience. I cannot read today. I'm sorry. You're welcome. That's what I'm trying to do. That's what this channel is all about. Seriously, I just want to help people, and I want to help people know the real world experience of IT. That's what I'm all about right here. Start with cheap certs like Microsoft is a good way to go. I don't know that Microsoft certs are cheap, but Microsoft certs are good. What IT course you recommend for starting from the beginning? I like you so much. Let us be friends. You think like me. Patricia, it really depends on what interests you in IT. I get questions like that all the time. Like, where should I work? What should I do in IT? What's the best course to take, and what's the best field in IT? I could tell you a million different things, but those things might not interest you, and you'd be like, why did this guy recommend that I go be a programmer? I hate programming. I wish I never would have listened to this guy. So I cannot recommend a path or a course for anybody in IT for that reason, because I never want to steer somebody in a way that down the road they'd be like, God, I wish I would never would have listened to that Zach guy. He's such an idiot. So you have to look into the different avenues of IT and make an informed judgment based on what sounds the most interesting to you. You know, that's all on you. You can do your research and then come back to me and say, hey, I did my research and I like, you know, networking because of this, and I like programming because of this, and I like, you know, the sysadmin route because of this, and I like security because of this. And I've kind of narrowed it down to maybe this. What do you think? And then I could tell you, like, oh, well, blah, 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 blah. That's about it. Where to go from plus cert and first help desk job? Like help desk or technician. Because a lot of people, not that you may have gotten this confused, but a lot of people do get those confused when they help desk and technician. So, what path do you really want to go to? That's my question to you. And money is just material. The gift of having the skill is the true blessing. That's true. Getting certifications that we have so far, like the master certification, you know, I'm stuff in my class, but I don't like programming like at all, but love everything else. Yeah, I don't like programming either. I can't stand programming, but I'm going to be learning myself the programming here pretty soon. I don't know where it's at. I don't think it's here. It's probably not here. Where is it at? That pipe there. Is that it? Oh man, I thought I put it in here. I had this whole thing.
You want to create...
Oh, get out of here, Wix. I don't want to talk to you about Wix. Man, I thought I bookmarked this thing. I'm totally going to learn Python. Like that, even though I hate programming, I hate code. Oh yeah, this had all the stuff on there. That's why I favorited this YouTube video, because it had the information I wanted on there. I'm smart. Smarter than I thought. Yeah, totally going to teach myself Python. I really want to learn Python because it's probably the most simple language that's out there. And probably I could teach my 6-year-old daughter Python. Which, I don't know if that makes me feel good or bad. Maybe a little bit of both. But, anyway. Oh, let's get back to the questions. Sorry. Is it possible to get an IT job without a degree by just getting online trainer through a family friend connection? It's possible to get an IT job without a degree. I'll leave it at that. As far as getting trained by a family friend connection, that probably won't be enough. You're going to have to get real world experience, certification, stuff like that. It's really hard nowadays. Yeah, programming for the win. Get out of here, Joe. Jerk. Yeah, getting training through a family friend really isn't relevant resume, you know, experience. You can't really put that on your resume. You need to have like real world experience that you could throw on your resume. That, or get certifications. Certifications will definitely help. And then you can maybe find like some places that might have like internships, volunteer work that you can do to get a little bit of experience. What is the difference between help desk and technician? Man, those two are really tied very, very closely. But help desk is more of, and this be my take on it, but and as far as what I've seen, where I've seen it applied out in the real world, help desk it's more of complete on the phone support. Always phones, tickets, remote support, like remote on-site support type of thing, and not necessarily going to fix an issue on site. Technician is more of somebody who handles basically everything a help desk handles, but will also go out and handle all the issues on site, and then handle more advanced things. You know, you might handle more server-based things, a lot more advanced things than a help desk would. So, like a help desk member might throw something up to like a level 1 or a level 2 technician, and then say like a level 2 or level 1 tech can't handle it, they might throw it up to like a sysadmin type of thing. So there's a lot of different tiers sometimes in an IT team. It really depends on the size of the team. That's kind of like a simple breakdown. Janique, let me scroll back up. I didn't see your question. Where's your question at? I don't see your question anywhere. What's your question? You only said something 2 times. So ask your question again. And also, so you guys know that here, Joe Tito, we'll make this guy, because I like this guy. I grew up with Joe Tito, like all my life, literally. He grew up like a block and a half away from me. And I helped this guy learn the HTML. Now he's a programmer out in, I don't know, Washington, Virginia. I don't know where you're at now. You're somewhere out that way. Where are you at? Shoot. I don't know. You're somewhere. Anyway, Joe Tito, he's a programmer. He's getting his master's right now. After taking Maryland. Whatever. It's right by all that crap. You're getting your master's right now after taking a break for a while, right? Should you be paranoid one day that artificial intelligence will replace IT jobs? That'll happen, you know, one day. I wouldn't worry about it in the near future. Automation will start replacing things quicker and quicker and quicker, but I wouldn't worry about it within the next 5-10 years so much. The next 5-10 years, automation will start happening more and replacing a lot of things, but for now, you're always going to need an actual physical person. So the more skills that you have, especially like programming skills, because it will take programming skills to do this, you know, and it'll take programming skills to do automation, you're more and more valuable. Is it a good idea to learn PowerShell? Heck yes, all day, every day, PowerShell. Especially if you're in a technician, help desk, sysadmin role. Maybe not help desk so much, but still, I'd suggest PowerShell all day, every day. Let's see. Christian, sir, thanks for your channel. Where can someone grow more in his her IT career? Private job versus government. Is it better to work in private companies than working in government? That really depends. The government is very, very cushy, I think, in my opinion. I personally would love to work for the government. I think it would be a great opportunity. Private jobs can be also all right. So it really depends. You know, you have to look and see what's out there and weigh the pros and cons based on, you know, the jobs. You know, I can't tell you for sure one way or another, because some of the government jobs that I've seen didn't pay what I need, you know. So it's like, okay, well, I'm not going to take that government job because it doesn't pay what I want, you know. Especially some like the local government jobs, you know. Like I can't take that. I can't accept that. I'm not going to take it. So private jobs definitely have paid more in that aspect. So it really depends. Government jobs, you can sometimes be set for a long time, especially with like retiring and things like that. Government jobs, you can sometimes move up the ladder, move on to bigger, better things. Maybe you can go work for like the NSA at some point. Who knows? That might be cool. Maybe the CIA. I don't know. You can wiggle your way through all that stuff. I don't know. What skills do I believe is needed to become a competent in IT? All of the skills. No, people skills, the basic skills. I have a basic skills video here. Basic IT skills. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Sweet. There you go. #1 in the Google, or in the YouTubes. How you like that? Here you go. Basic IT skills right there. I'm gonna actually do another video on this because I want to update that. That was done in 2015, so almost 3 years ago, because that was in November. So we'll do another updated video to this because I think it's really important that people know, get out of here, the basics of the IT. So we'll get into that, but there's some basics that you should know. People skills are always going to be one of my #1s, customer service, things like that. Karen says, or Karan, I don't know, whatever your name is. You're a high school student, will be going to college next year. I want to do something related to technology when you grow up. Should I take a CS major or IT major? It depends on what path you want to take. Do your research. Please, please, please do your research. Look into each one of those majors and really think about what you want to do. Think about which path might be the best for you. You know, those are really two different things. One's going to really focus a lot on kind of programming and the business side of things, and one's going to focus more on the technical side of things, maybe more systems and servers and things like that. So think about it. Let's see. Your job is combo help desk technician, small nonprofit. Yeah. So there's a lot of jobs that are like that. And there's a lot of jobs that like you'll be called like a help desk, but you really fall under the technician role. And there's a lot of jobs out there where you're like a sysadmin, but you do all of these things, right? Because you worked for one of these places, a small nonprofit. It's really funny how that stuff works. Oh, Joe's been in school for 4 years. Whatever, man. But you've been working doing programming for more than 4 years, haven't you? It feels like you have. How long? Wait. How long were you in school here in Illinois, over at NIU? Python will keep you safe. Yeah, I'm gonna learn me some Python, sir, because Python, you know, is cool, and it's like the not smart purple's language, smart person's language, and I'm not smart when it comes to programming. Can I learn about this computer by watching you? I really don't talk a lot about computers per se, like hands-on a single computer. I more so talk about information technology and the career. Scroll up to your question. Oh, is an A+ cert enough for this? Yeah, A+ is one of the go-to certs for first getting into IT. I'm sorry I missed your question. What the student should learn before getting into IT in university. I mean, you're going to learn a lot in university, so as far as what you should learn before going into university, college, things like that, it's whatever you want to learn, man. You know, look at what courses you're going to take in college. You know, look at what's going to be part of your path there, and then just study on some of that stuff. See what you can learn about that. You just subbed a few days ago. If you haven't seen every single video, oh yeah, no problem. Yeah, there's like 400 and something videos on this channel, so I don't expect everybody to watch every single video, because that would take you like years to do. I think literally like years or something to do at this point. Not years maybe, but like days and upon days. Take you a long time. Been programming since 4 years, man. All right, whatever, man. You've been gone for a while. We have a couple websites, but I have an IT guy that is doing this for me, and I think he is charging me too much. He charged me the other day to renew my name, $100 to renew your domain. Oh my God. Yeah, you're getting hosed for sure. It's like, yeah, $15 a year or less if you go and you search GoDaddy for a coupon. That's what I do all the time. GoDaddy coupon. And then you can get GoDaddy hosting for like, I don't know, a couple bucks a month. So you could get the hosting and the domain for literally probably like, I don't know, 30 or 40 bucks a year. Something like that. It's really, really cheap. And I cannot recommend a good book for PowerShell beginners because I don't do books. Unfortunately, books are not my thing. But PowerShell PC Addicts. How did this get on my calendar? That's so funny. I have to show you guys this because this is pretty funny. Here, I'll put this in the search. But I just looked at my phone because I got this calendar invite, and I have no idea. This is, man, these people are getting crafty. All right, hang on, I gotta find this. Frickin' scammers and stuff. Let me find this. Alright, today's Tuesday. Wow, that's nuts. Alright, let me throw this over here into this tab. Did it show up? Yep, awesome. Let me make this bigger. So, looked at my phone because I got a calendar invite. Like, this literally just happened. I don't understand it. It was like, oh, look at this calendar reminder. Never seen this before. This is insane. This is really funny. But, yeah, from U.S. Embassy, this is very urgent. Your payment has, what is it? Where's that all? Your payment has been approved. What the? They're doing Gmail calendar invites. I don't know how. That's just. I mean, I understand how, but that's just crazy. Absolutely crazy. So stupid. Please be informed that your fund offered to you by the United Nations was brought to you. It's brought to my desk this morning. Man, look at that. Oh man, I can get. What's it? $1 billion? No, a million. Oh, 1.8 million. My bad. I didn't see it. Period. My bad. Math is not my forte. And the U.S. Embassy Office.org at gmail.com. Man, that sounds official. Paymentoffice.us1 at gmail.com. That totally sounds official. Let's deny that and let's get rid of that. Get out of here. Stupid crap. Anyway, somebody asked about the PowerShell. There's the PowerShell. PC Addicts, that's Chris Davis. You guys know him. Some of you guys know him. He's got a lot of PowerShell videos. He does some cool PowerShell stuff. Alright, do you think it will be mandatory in the future to have an IT degree, or can you evolve in your career with just certifications? I don't think it'll be mandatory to have a degree, especially with the way that the loans and the college stuff is going right now, and it's absolutely absurd. Just absurd. So, I won't get too much into that because it just makes me kind of angry. But yeah. I don't think it'll be mandatory. Neither of the system admins at my old job that I just left last week have degrees. I didn't have a degree. So, I mean, you don't really need one. They don't have certifications either. Yeah, you should always own your domain. For sure. 110%. Yeah, Joe's got all the answers right here. You can afford an apartment in San Francisco? Oh my God, almost. Start with help desk, then programmer, then pen tester. Good way. No. Networking. You want to get put networking in there somewhere. Yeah, you might want to go after your IT guy, Bro Mark. That's some BS right there. Anyway, let's see. How long has this chat been going on? I can't even tell. Where's it at? 53 minutes. Whew. All right. Baby should be waking up anytime now. Let me check his stuff. I should do a little plug for this system right now. He's probably waking up. I think I hear him. Cool. All right, so there's this app, and there's actually a piece of hardware. Not really. It's this little foot thing that it straps onto the baby's foot. Here, we'll look it up on the internet. We'll do this. Outlet. I call it the outlet. It goes on the baby's foot. It's this thing right here. right sure. Yeah, right here. It's really, really cool. Like we like live and die by this thing as parents. So when you guys are gonna be parents, like this thing, if you're like total like, you know, paranoid, like we kind of are, and our baby's sick right now, so it really comes in handy because he has RSV, which is like a respiratory virus. He's having a really hard time breathing. This little thing straps onto his foot and tells you the heart rate and oxygen level, just like it says right there. And then there's an app for it. Has this little base thing, hooks into your Wi-Fi. IoT, it's just crazy. Internet of Things. Very awesome. Internet of Things. Why does it say the base station is turned off? Get out of here. So yeah, right now I can pull it up. I don't know. Yeah, there you go. See it? So that's my baby. That's his heart rate, and that's his oxygen level right there. So that is pretty cool. Like right now, he's sleeping still, but I can check his heart rate and what his oxygen level is. So like if this goes under, let's see, his heart rate. I'm just kind of explaining this out here. If his heart rate goes under 60 beats per minute, like all these crazy alarms go off on the phone and this little base station that's right here, this thing. This little base station makes a ton of crazy noise. And then if his oxygen level goes under 80%, same thing. Phone starts beeping like crazy, and this little base station starts beeping like crazy too. It's really cool. Technology is just absolutely insane. But yeah, if you're a parent, like that's total peace of mind right there. Like you can't beat that. He's 7 months old, so this is just really cool. This is obviously not paid promotion, because why would some outlet company talk to an IT guy about that? Hey, promote our outlet stuff. Smart Sock, look at that, Smart Sock. Yeah, it's really, really cool, and like I said, totally gives me a lot of peace of mind. We'll put that in there. Put that in our description. Talk about the outlet. There you go. Yeah. Anyway, that thing's really cool. Like I said, it gives me lots of peace of mind. And the wife too. And it's really cool. It shows you all that information. And it goes crazy, beeps like nuts when it's not working. Like if you unplug it, like if you take the sock off of him and it's not reading his stuff, it starts beeping like crazy. It's pretty nuts. But it's really cool. So the last thing that I want to talk about is, before I go, because I'm pretty sure he's about to be waking up. He keeps making noise. I hear him on got a little monitor here. You can't really see him on the monitor, but I can hear him on the monitor. This little baby monitor. Another IoT thing, Internet of Things. One day we'll talk about all the IoT things, because Internet things are great. So, last thing is this right here. This I just put back up because I will be pushing this. I'm going to talk about it in a live stream. We're going to do a video about it, like a real video about it, when I get the time. Should be soon. But you know, people actually, they email me about this. They send me Facebook messages about this, private messages on YouTube. You know, how do I talk to you? I really want answers. So, I'm going to do one-on-one consultations. The resume service, which I've talked about before, actually. Just going to help you guys. Well, first let's talk about the one-on-one consultations. This, if you guys have lots of questions and I don't answer you right away, don't answer you on a live stream, or you just want to get personal, just have, that just you and me will talk, hash out whatever questions you have about IT, whatever it is that you got. This is what we'll do. This is how we'll do it. One-on-one consultations. Resume service, I've talked about that before. I'll completely redo your resume, get you a resume that will get to people, that'll attract people, that'll attract business, that'll attract potential employers, and hopefully get you a job. We'll go over all that. You know, I talked to you during that whole time that I'm working on it, try to get all the answers that I want from you so I can put it in there until that it looks good, things like that. Interview preparation course, that's one thing I'm still working on because this one's a very, very long thing that I'm trying to do. This is a thing that's going on Thinkific, but yeah, very long thing that I'm trying to do. Yeah, baby's waking up. Last one is the mock interview preparation. Yeah, he's coughing. Poor baby. Yep, there he goes. All right. Last one's the mock interview preparation, and that's where I sit down with you guys in, you know, on Skype, Google Chat, FaceTime, whatever it is, and we literally do a mock interview. And I think this is going to be one of the best services that I offer because I love interviews. I absolutely love interviews. I think they're the coolest thing. I really do. I'm sick in the head, I guess, but we will literally do a mock interview. I'll go over the entire interview process with you. I will literally interview you over the camera, and then we'll go over, you know, what I think you can improve on, different answers that you could probably give, and just, you know, all the ways that you could probably improve. So that, you know, it's one thing that we'll talk about too in the video. So I hate to just kind of like leave you guys with like, oh, I just like plugged I've just like plugged what I'm going to do and now I got to leave. But the baby is awake, so I do have to leave. So anyway, that's what I wanted to talk about, the last thing, which it just made sense. So anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. And I appreciate all you guys joining and asking questions. Spidey Mans, love the name. I don't do video games anymore. I don't have time for it, unfortunately. But anyway, that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you for joining and chatting and asking questions as always, and stay tuned for more.